Hello everyone, this is Rose Gold, and today we're getting into part 8 of whatever Naruto was experimented on. As always, like, subscribe, and join the Discord, or your next weekend will be one day shorter, but now let's get straight into part 8. As Naruto arrived on the island, Killer Bee greeted him quickly, until moving on quickly as well, of course with a rap on the way. They moved on to the room where the future of the war will be decided. As Naruto activated the switch, his head was seemingly chopped off. Naruto was terrified, but that emotion would be followed up with fury rather quickly, as Naruto's head popped out of his jacket and had Naruto laughing his ass off until Yamato smacked him, which shut him up rather quickly. As the three moved into the rather weird looking room, Naruto and B sat down and, before Naruto entered the mindscape, bumped fists. We switched to the Ninetales perspective. Was this boy actually going to try and control his power? That's just absurd, right? Suddenly, Naruto stood in front of the giant fox. He was going to do it no matter the cost, and that passion burned hotter than any flame. As the yellow-haired boy let chakra flow throughout his body and into his hand, the seal suddenly appeared in front of him, which he would place 5 of his fingers on, forming a contract, which would allow him to finally open the seal, and that he did. Putting his hand on the seal on his stomach, he turned it. The seal was spinning rapidly as the gate swung open with a scream of the QB. This battle would be intense, and that thought alone had Naruto smirking broadly. When Naruto let his curse mark spread, the Ninetales knew what he was about to do and tried to interfere. However, Naruto had already activated his Sage mode and jumped behind the Ninetales. Holding up a plus sign, and a gigantic cloud of smoke appeared where about 100 clones appeared out of nowhere, with Odama Rasengan's all headed for the Ninetales, who was of course very surprised at this. That surprise led to him getting absolutely raided by the Odama Rasengan barrage and a Rasen Shuriken by Naruto. However, when Naruto started to absorb the Ninetales chakra, it wasn't just chakra. Blood red, blood red hatred was flowing into the Naruto, and on the outside world, Naruto's normal appearance was flooded with a version 1 cloak, which surprised Yamato greatly and terrified him. But B knew what was going on until suddenly Naruto was somewhere else. A red haired woman was standing in front of him. Was it the Ninetales' true form? When the redhead started to speak, Naruto cut her off. Naruto, you're the Ninetales' true form, aren't you? This was quickly followed up by a punch by the woman. I'm your mother, you know. Naruto was stunned. His mother? As they sat down, Naruto gave her a hug, and then they talked, as they had some time to catch up. Naruto asked about her life with Minato and just about her in general. Until, after a good while of talking, and Kushina telling him how she beat up boys in her past, the redhead, who was revealed to be named Kushina Uzumaki, told him that they didn't have too much time left, and that it was time to finally control the beast that has been inside of him since he was born. Naruto nodded and wiped away tears as, from Kurama's perspective, chains appeared out of nowhere from Naruto's body. Kushina? The fox shouted in surprise and anger. Where did she come from? As the Naruto was bound to the ground, Naruto made 2 clones, and together they threw one last Rasen shuriken at the fox, releasing most of its chakra, leaving only a heavily drained QB behind, who was about to shoot a tail beast bomb toward Naruto. However, the latter twisted his seal once more, a new gate appearing and locking his head down. But Naruto removed that quickly, as it did not cause the Ninetales any more pain. I'll come for that hatred of yours someday. Of course, Naruto was sad to see his mother go, but that wasn't it. He had to do some stuff for himself. The Ninetales was shocked. What had he just said? Of course, the Ninetales just scoffed and Naruto was gone. But inside, the fox was very surprised at these words. He would come for his hatred? He had never heard anything like that from his Jinchurikis. As Naruto stood in the outside world, he wiped away tears at his mother's disappearance. But, however, yellowish but still slightly orange chakra engulfed the boy. He had done it! Naruto smiled as he looked at the proud Yamato and Bee. He was one of the, if not the only one, that had achieved something so great, which was beating the Ninetales and gaining its chakra. Instantly, Naruto flew at Kisame and killed him with a single kick. He had sensed the bad energy, and his boosted self was able to react instantly, which was terrifying to everyone there. But Naruto's training began shortly. At first, Killer Bee and the Eight Tails explained how this mode works and that Naruto shouldn't use it for too long, as the Nine Tails drew from Naruto's chakra every time he used it, so Naruto deactivated it before starting his training. As he tried to make a Tail Beast Bomb, it failed. Every time he tried to do it, it just failed, and Bee realized that, not Bee, the Eight Tails realized why. He had not gotten Nine Tails, the Nine Tails helping him out. So Naruto just walked out with Bee. In front of him stood Ambu, Jonin, and high-level Chunin, all ready to do anything to keep him away from the war. As always, I hope you enjoyed this part of whatever Naruto was experimented on. This, in fact, is part take 3, so I had to read this multiple times. Of course, if you want to show some appreciation, like the video and join the Discord. This was Rose Gold, and I am out.